Hi everybody, my name is Hoàng Mai, the founder and main English teacher at 4P English Center. Welcome to my free videos. Today I'm not talking about how to study English, how to master English, because lại tí nha. Thiếu chữ. Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Hoàng Mai, the founder and main English teacher at 4P English Center. Welcome to my free videos. Today I'm not talking about how to study English or how to master English, because mastering a language takes time. Even a native speaker cannot know everything about the language. However, in order to communicate in English, you just need a year, 9 months, or 6 months, depending on the method you use, how much effort you make, the sacrifice and time you take. Okay, cái thứ hai đi anh. In fact, Vietnamese learners can understand and read documents. Là em cứ nhìn lại đi. In fact, Vietnamese learners can understand and read documents in English very well, but listening and speaking English is a big challenge for them. I don't remember how many times my students ask me the same question. What is the best way to improve my English listening and speaking? Many students have sent me emails to talk about their problems and difficulties. I'm quoting here. Okay? Next. Cái đấy thì không cần phải để ý nó quay đâu. I have Number 1, I have been learning English for 10 years. My grammar is good, but I can't speak English. I always feel that my vocabulary is not good enough. So I can't express my ideas or respond to what native speakers say quickly. Number 2, I can read documents, books, or magazines in English, but I have a serious problem understanding what native speakers say. It seems that they speak very quickly. I can't catch their words and meaning. Number 3, I have a trouble speaking and listening. Is being able to speak a language related to how smart we are, or do we need an aptitude for a language? Okay. Đến cái chỗ ấy. Okay, if you are watching this video, you have the same problems. Lại. Okay, if you are watching this video, you have the same problems, don't you? You have the same. Okay, lại nha. If you have watching this video, you have the same problems, don't you? You have tried to improve your listening and speaking in vain, haven't you? Actually, I myself had a hard time struggling with speaking and listening at my university. So I understand what problems you are facing. After teaching English for many years, I would really like to share with you a simple method which is the best way to help you improve your listening and speaking skill. First of all, you need to understand that being able to speak a language is not related to how smart you are or if you have an aptitude for it or not. The most important thing here is that you must follow a right method. Like swimming, if you don't have a good method, you can't swim well or fast. Especially in the busy world nowadays, a correct method which can help you to save time is really important. Now, I'm really happy because my students are satisfied with this method. The most wonderful thing is that they don't have to spend too much time studying, but they still can remember new words easily, and they are more confident to communicate and have a bigger motivation to learn English every day. I call my method 4P. Why do I call it 4P? You should watch all videos carefully because what I'm explaining in this is a gold mine. Okay, xong rồi. Now I'm going to talk about the first P. I always ask my students the same question. Do you like English? Because there is a paradox that most people want to speak English well, but they don't like English. They regard to study English as a duty, a must. This is the biggest challenge because you can't do anything well if you don't enjoy it. If we use English without enjoying it, you can't improve it. So now you should change your mind. Try to learn how to enjoy English. Actually, I myself always loved English, even when I couldn't speak it well or people laughed at me. And I recognize that passion is one of the keys to improving my spoken English. This sounds simple, but based on hundreds of interviews and his personal experience, Richard St. John suggests that passion is one of the key drivers of success. We can't be successful if we don't inspire and motivate ourselves, because the energy in our life comes from our emotions and feelings, not from our intellect. Actually, nothing in your life will be excellent or even very good if you don't have a passion for it. The passion drives everybody. It's the fuel for progress. It's like the gasoline for your engine. It is what motivates you to study harder. Just compare the energy you had when you met the love of your life. That is going to give you much energy. It's exactly the same in learning a language. Passion will give you the energy to get to where you want to be and make you do things that otherwise you wouldn't do. We can see there are a lot of good examples of highly successful people like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, or other famous people who accomplished their goal because of their strong passion, although they were very ordinary at the beginning. Let flame of passion wake up the extraordinary person inside you. So regard studying English as your hobby, your passion, because nothing great in the world has ever been accomplished without passion. So if you are asked, what is your passion in your life? I hope you will say, I have a great passion for English. Okay, you've just watched a video in which a girl couldn't play the violin at the beginning. But with the flame of passion, she made all the audience still to listen, and the melodies of her violin touched their heart. If you perform like her, then you need to pursue your passion to the end. Because when we start to do something or learn something, we are usually very motivated and very enthusiastic. But after a period of time, it is easy to lose your passion because what we've learned, we already know basic communication. But there is still lots to learn if we want to be fluent. So, how can we keep the flame of passion burning all the time? Okay, this is the second P I would like to share with you. Purpose. You need to have a clear purpose for learning English. Ngồi ở kia đợi.
Quay cảnh ấy thôi. Chiếu cảnh first of all.
Tức là bây giờ cảnh 7 nha, trừ ra cái đã này. Bây giờ đến cảnh 8 thấy có chỗ là now let me show you this clearly. Là đây em. Đó, gần cái tờ trắng ấy. Gần cái mặt trắng nó úp ấy. Đó, cái đó. Rồi quay cái đấy trước. Xong tìm sau, bây giờ đi tìm mất công. Now, let me show you this clearly. Firstly, you need to sit down in a chair and take a few minutes to really reflect on how important it is if you can't speak English. Having done that, I suggest you now, in order to make your purpose visible, you need to have long-term, middle-term, and short-term plans. Wow. First, for your long-term plan, which is very easy to make, take out a piece of paper and write down all the reasons why you want to speak English well. These are all the good reasons that contribute to you finding what are your main drivers, the reasons that provide the zing. Think of the doors that will open to you: new foreign friends, better career, nice travel, be respected, and etc. Được chưa em? Secondly, for your middle-term plan, analyze what your current level is and then decide where you want to be 9 months or 6 months from now. Lastly, for your short-term plan, which is the most important, and decide whether you will be successful or not. You need to make a daily, weekly, and monthly plan. You must follow all these plans. For example, you have to practice speaking every day. Take every opportunity to speak English. Even 5 minutes is fine. Remember to do that every day, every day, every day. If you don't listen to something in English today, if you don't speak English today, never go to sleep. You have to make yourself follow this rule. If you are tired or too busy, at least you have to watch a funny English movie or sing an English song. When you can do like this, I strongly believe that you have a big motivation to maintain your passion. Another important thing here is that when you start to learn English, you have to believe that you can speak English well. Because many students are always pessimistic with themselves. They talk to themselves, I'm very bad at English. This just makes you lose your confidence and feel discouraged. Change the way you think about yourself, because how others see you is not important. How you see yourself means everything. Đúng rồi. If you already have a strong passion and clear purpose, what are we going to do next? Maybe you often get the advice, practice. This is also the third P. Yes, the advice is not wrong, but how to practice the right way and what we should practice to get the good result is the most important thing. So you have to recognize what mistakes you're making. The answer will be in the following short video, in which I had an interesting talk with an experienced native English listener. Đọc lại chưa được. Nó bị lỗi cái câu đấy. Okay, if you already have a strong passion and clear purpose, what are we going to do next? Maybe you often get the advice, practice. This is also the third P. Yes, The advice is not wrong, but how to practice the right way and what we should practice to get the good result is the important thing. So you have to recognize what mistake you're making. The answer will be in the following short video in which I had an interesting talk with an experienced native English speaking teacher. Now please watch the video. Yeah. Okay, through the above talk, you should now know that the most important thing in spoken communication is good pronunciation. Your pronunciation or mispronunciation is definitely the biggest thing that native speakers notice when they are speaking English with you. In order to understand more about it, I'm going to show you 2 more examples. Please listen to this sentence. Can you hear that? I already played it 10 times, but my students couldn't catch all the words and meaning. Now please check the transcript. I'm sure you know all the words of this sentence, right? Okay, let me show you another example. Can you hear that? Maybe not all the words, right? These examples show 3 things here. Number 1, they are very familiar words, but you can't recognize them. But you can if they are written down, right? Number 2, you listen to it many times, but you can't understand anything. Number 3, even when you know the transcript, you still find it difficult to catch the speech. So, why is that? Okay. Cái từ cuối cùng mới lại vào. The reason why you can't understand anything that the native speaker is saying is that they pronounce words differently from the way you pronounce. They say, but you say. You need to know that the nature of listening is the sounds. If you want to understand what someone is saying, you have to recognize the correct sound of these words. For example, if you want to understand and hear the word flower, you have to imitate its sound correctly. Like when a child at early age doesn't know any word spelling, but they still know, they still listen and speak. Because they listen, receive that sound into the brain, memorize the sound, imitate, and use. However, Vietnamese learners don't focus on pronunciation. Their bad habit is that they look at words when they are listening. Actually, you can't learn pronunciation from English spelling of words. Finally, what characteristic does English pronunciation have? And how different from Vietnamese pronunciation is it? I'm going to show you in the second video. Thanks for watching my videos. Feel free to leave your comments below. Goodbye for now. Anyway, an important question is raised here. How can we maintain our passion? Because when we start to do something or learn something, we are usually very motivated, very enthusiastic. Anyway, an important question is raised here. How can we maintain our passion? Because when we start to do something or learn something, we are often very motivated, very enthusiastic. But after a period of time, it is easy to lose your passion because what we've learned, what we already know, basic communication. But there is still lots to learn if you want to be fluent. So, how can we keep the flame, a passion, burning all the time? Okay, this is the second P I would like to share with you. Purpose. You need to have a clear purpose for you. Sao cái gì này? Sao em cắt cái gì mà nó lại bị nhầm này? Sai rồi. Sao? Em vừa mới ghép hai tờ không đúng với nhau. Cái gì vậy trời? Có 3 tờ đấy thôi à? Có đúng lúc nãy thiếu cảnh 7 không nhỉ? Sao chị cái cảm giác cái này chị vừa mới đọc ấy? Chắc là hay là nhớ từ cái lúc ban đầu. Lúc nãy chị nhắc em tìm anyway đúng không? Ý chị là lúc nãy mình tìm anyway đúng không? For learning English. You can see it, bỏ ra đi. Sao lại có cái từ, sao lại có cái... Đưa chị xem cái tờ em đang cầm nào. Sao đến cuối rồi cứ lắm chuyện này. Everywhere. Anyway, an important question. Trời ơi. Vẫn nói tiếp vào rồi nha, để tự cắt. Anyway, an important question is raised here. How can we maintain our passion? Because when we start to do something or learn something, we are usually very motivated, very enthusiastic. But after a period of time, it is very easy to lose your passion. Because what we've learned, we already know basic communication. But there is still lots to learn if you want to be fluent. So how can we keep the flame of passion burning all the time? Okay, this is the second P I would like to share with you. Purpose. You need to have a clear purpose for learning English. Đoạn cuối cái thằng kia mở cửa. Bực cả mình. Anyway, an important question is raised here. How can we maintain our passion? Because when we start to do something or learn something, we are usually very motivated and very enthusiastic. But after a period of time, it is very easy to lose your passion. Because what we've learned, we already know basic communication. But there is still lots to learn if you want to be fluent. So, how can we keep the flame of passion burning all the time? Okay, this is the second P I would like to share with you. Purpose. You need to have a clear purpose for learning English. Đọc nốt cái cuối này nè. Oh my God. Do you know that Einstein couldn't read until he was 7? The famous Austrian musical Mozart. Do you know that Einstein couldn't read until he was 7? The famous Austrian musical composer Mozart was said that he didn't have any taste for music. And no one thought that dropout Bill Gates could become a billionaire. And now a lot of people can speak English well with lots of effort and passion. So, let the status, I can do it. I can speak English. I feel great when I learn English everywhere you can say it. This is an effective way to inspire and motivate yourself to the end. Okay.